2 News Oklahoma presents The Program, sponsored by Tulsa Welding School.
Yeah, you have found the program. Welcome in, everybody. Caden McFarland alongside Dan Lindblad. It's our monthly feature series taking a deep dive into a different Green Country athletic department each and every month. We've had a lot of fun with this series, Dan. And here in October, we're at your alma mater, Broken Arrow High School. There you go. One thing I've always felt about this place, you do get, honest to goodness, small town pride and spirit, but of course with the resources of the biggest school in the entire state.
Yeah, and it's been the biggest school for a while, but it just continues to grow as other districts grow, and it's like, okay, maybe they can gain some ground on BA. BA grows as well. But it's still a place, like you said, that has such small town values. You can go in any local restaurant and run into a neighbor, run into some of the nicest people you know around here. That's something I've always felt growing up and playing youth basketball. I've, knew kids through high school that I still keep in contact with. So it's a great place to grow up.
They love their Tigers, and the history here is rich. Here's Dan with a look back at all that has been accomplished here at BA.
The largest high school in the state, tucked into the southeast corner of Tulsa County. The Broken Arrow campus resembles that of a small JUCO. In total 70 state championships, the most splitting between wrestling and softball. And who could forget the first and only football title in 2018, with Andrew Rame leading the charge. Former football alums include Dee Dorsey, Alvin Bailey, and Archie Bradley.
Archie Bradley, University of Oklahoma, Boomer Center, baby.
Bradley helped guiding the Tigers to a baseball title in 2011.
And for the town of Broken Arrow, you can't even explain it.
Quarterback by the University of Oklahoma on a Broken Arrow.
And then a lengthy MLB career.
Arizona Diamondbacks select
following the likes of Jim Brewer and Brad Penny.
Struck him out looking. Nice outing for Brad Penny.
Stripes earned at the corner of 61st and County Line.
And as a member of the 2011 BA graduating class, Archie Bradley's probably #1 in terms of popularity out of that group. Full conversation coming up with him a little bit later.
That was fun. I remember him from back in the day, and honestly, he's one of those guys who has not changed a bit. Had a great personality back then, and even after nearly a decade,
he's a little more bushy
Baseball,
of a beard now.
A little better beard going on right now. That conversation with Archie coming up in just a bit. Going on behind us now, football practice. We're here in the final month of October. The Tigers off to a 6-2 start under head coach Travis Hill. This really has been one of the most improved teams in the state so far.
Yeah, and it starts on the defensive end. We saw them against Union, a huge strip sack that led to a touchdown. That's what Travis Hill was most proud about. He is a defensive first guy. And that has helped the Tigers get off to a great start here. Now they're looking for more coming up over the next
No question. This was a homecoming for Travis Hill, who grew up not far from this campus, coached this team as defensive coordinator to the only state championship in program history. And boy, would he love to pick up #2 sometime in the near future.
Hey, they're good.
Travis Hill!
What was that like for you? The warm reception, because I could tell people wanted you to be in this position.
Yeah, no, it's a great feeling because you all are coming home. I'm an East Side Tulsa boy and grew up over here in Broken Arrow a lot. But we used to drive out here to the strip pits and do all sorts of things we weren't supposed to be doing and everything. So it is home. And both my kids, when we moved back into the Tulsa area to come back into the high school ranks, the best location was Broken Arrow for us. So obviously my kids attended elementary, both of them, elementary through high school here. And to get the reception with all the people I know and relationships I have here was very enjoyable moment.
They used to put a bunch of hats out in front of you, okay? And you get to choose where you're going to college. I don't want to choose any of them. Let's go. Let's go. Simple stuff.
There is, the one state championship you were a part of up there on the press box, 2018. How much confidence does it give you that you can do it again?
So I got to be in the shoes, so to speak. And like I said, it was the defense corner, but in the shoes of Broken Arrow High School and 6A, competing against Jinx, Union, Bigsby, Owasso, and on and on and on. So what we were able to do is relate to our kids. So I can remember the first game we walked out here was Union, #1 in the state, ESPN, Saturday morning, 11 a.m. in the morning, nationally televised. And I just Bryce Machota is a name that he'll like this if he hears this. He got told the week before you're the starting corner. He's a sophomore. Well, I haven't even played corner yet, Coach. Things like that were transpiring. You were just trying to grab them. But and you could see some of the frustrations at halftime, though. So it was just asking the kids their thoughts and what was the problem for them. And once you identified that, we gathered together, we saw the problem, solved the problem through the kids. And then next year, you saw all that blossom. But the bottom line is lots of confidence, and that's not false stuff. That's not nothing that's cocky or anything like that. It's just that, hey, man, we've been here, we know what we're doing, and it's all about the kids. And like I said, we'll take on the responsibility of the losing, and the kids will take on the responsibility of the winning.
You mentioned the Power Five. We have 5 programs here in this state that do it as good as just about anybody. Absolutely. Is it more competitive or contentious than it's ever been?
It's more competitive, man. It is tough. It's a new world, all of the above. So you got to have some thick skin, and you can't be afraid. I know that sounds weird and everything like that, but man, you got to go at it the way you're supposed to go at it. I call it a principle. There'll be 1,000 ways we get there, but now I really believe you can't change the way you go about it. But like I said, it's so highly competitive. At times, it makes you want to cut a corner, do something different. Lack of a better word, cheat, whatever it may be. But no, man, but you can't do that. You got to keep your right with the same principles. But I'm telling you, man, it is highly, highly competitive. When we talk amongst each other, I usually, Coach Montgomery and me, I'm tight with all of them. We all know each other. We're in the same fraternity, same business. But we've known each other for a while, have the same mentor in Coach Eckert. And, we always talk. And my last comment, usually, Lauren, is, hey, man, got anything, anytime besides the week I get the chance to play. So highly, highly competitive, though.
Bottom line is I've always built things on toughness, okay? That's what we're going to expect.
You've done this now at multiple places. How do you build a program on toughness?
It's just what your demands are, your expectations. A lot of people call them, those are the non-negotiables, so to speak. So there'll be kids here that will either turn into being able to work in uncomfortable situations, and there'll be kids that won't be able to, and we'll have to find the ones that are. But that's life. It's just built on that foundation that we're going to go compete every day. Now, and with that, little things build up to win. And I just feel you got to have a foundation of toughness. Everything's built on the foundation, so you better find something that you really believe in. And on both sides, football's a tough sport. It's a violent sport, okay? And like I said, but life is tough too, so we're going to build a great foundation on toughness and then hopefully fill it up with great skilled kids and go to work.
And young men, look forward to working with you guys, really do. That's like I said, I told you, you're the most important thing. I'll leave it at that.
We are in the comfy confines of the new event center here on campus that houses more sports and gives every sport their own kind of space to prepare and practice. A tour coming up next.
Welcome back to the program, everybody. Here in Broken Arrow this month, it is sponsored by Tulsa Welding School alongside Dan Lindblad. Dan, we're in this brand new and beautiful event center. They did this thing right. Yeah, and for a long time, it was just the indoor facility, and we were wondering what was going to be used with all this extra space over here. This is a heck of a view to watch a football game where we're at right now, but it's way more than just that. You talk about athletic training, volleyball, cheer, wrestling. This place has it all.
I would question if there's anything like this in the entire country, not just the state, because I haven't seen it in the state for sure. But I've had friends come down from Indianapolis, from Atlanta, from Connecticut, and they just are blown away by this facility. Yeah. But I also have people in the state that come in, and it's pretty neat just to see their first time walking in, just saying, "Wow, this is pretty neat." We have so many employees, so trying to have everybody in one spot, this provided that opportunity. So it serves a multitude of facets. It's not just athletics, but athletics that gets to call it home. And then we can show you the cheer rooms, we can show you the wrestling rooms, and show you how cool those places are.
I mean, you guys got to be really proud of the way it turned out.
Yeah, and our cheer squad won a national championship last year. They won a state championship in the fall, and so just being able to showcase their success, and our kids can come in here and see tradition. They can look up there and say, hey, our cheer program has been successful. There's a lot of shelves, and that's on purpose, because we want to try to fill those with as many trophies as we can.
This is a football state in so many ways, but it's obvious that this school district cares about every student involved in extracurricular activities and wants to, elevate their experience while they're here.
Well, if we're going to truly embrace what we say education-based athletics, it's not education-based football only. It's athletics, and my title's not football director. My title's athletics director, and so we are passionate about making sure kids have opportunities, whatever that is, whatever their passion is, whatever their heart's desire is to compete. to learn the valuable life lessons that sports teach. We want to give them that opportunity. And so this just showcases the opportunity that we cheer. If that's your thing, we've got a space for you, and we want you to be successful. We don't want it just to be okay.
Right.
I mean, we want to push the bar towards excellence. That's what we strive for, and that's not just on the football field.
All right, let's go see the wrestling.
We've got garage doors here that give us the opportunity to open it up. And I'll tell you, there's 103 yards of mats. Well, wrestling coaches can do conditioning in here. They can just raise those doors and just make them run in here in the heat, and they can lose weight and make sure they're maintaining weight or whatever they got to do.
What is the participation level now for girls wrestling?
We have about 65 girls in the program, and they've been ultra successful this year. They're ranked in the top. Depending on what poll you look at, they're ranked in the top 1 or 2 based upon whichever poll you're looking at. There's the Iowas, the Pennsylvanias, the Oklahomas of the world that are truly all in on wrestling, and this is no different. This just shows our commitment to what we believe is an important sport here, and that's wrestling.
No question.
I spoke with the head coach at the Air Force. He came in and watched this. He came in and said, "Hey, I'm gonna be calling you in March, because I may be coming here and trying to set up a time to practice and do our workout here."
All right, so as we come out this way, I know you guys had the Travis Hill press conference here.
Right.
It's called an event center. What else have you guys had, or do you think you guys will be able to do with this facility?
We'll do concerts of some sort. Stage will be here. It's where this overhang is, so the stage can come out here, and you can have concerts, speakers,
I see the lights.
events of. We had an aviation fair. Aeronautics came in here and did a kind of a fair in here. So there's been a wide variety of events already.
Yeah.
And more people that once it gets on their radar, they're like, "Yeah, I want to be part of that."
Yeah.
Man, it's all special. It's a really unique facility, but it's something that I'm super proud of.
Yeah.
Just because it's so unique, and not everybody's got this. Friday nights before games, people can come in here.
That's a
and
pretty good seat for
be part of that
for Friday night.
I challenge you to find a better seat, especially here. I'm not going to say across the state, because there's some pretty nice stadiums that we have across the state, but it's hard to beat this view.
Absolutely. With offers from almost every major school in the country, Samaj Stanford, one of the most gifted high school football players in the entire state of Oklahoma. We catch up with him next. You're watching the program, sponsored by Tulsa Welding School.
And I just seen the clear path right there, blocked it, and then it bounced perfectly right into my hands. Just scored that. And then the one that got called back on the punt return, the next one, what was it? It was the receiving touchdown. And the last one was a pick six.
When you get home and you watch the film and do all the breakdown, you go, I'll be doggone. It's very, very impressive.
Stanford had plenty of motivation going into the district meeting with UConn, both internally and externally.
Usually, my helmet, I wear Axiom. My past 2 years, I've worn the F7. So I finally got my helmet changed to an F7. Everybody was saying, like, oh, you finna have a crazy game because you got your helmet changed. And then, Axiom 24/7, they had dropped me to the 4th player in the state. So that was just on my mind as well on the whole game. So I was just like,
This was this past week?
Yeah. So I was like, I got to ball out. That's that burn right here.
Come on down.
Hey, BB, you got some big feet, boy.
Come on down. Stanford, a team first player.
It means a little more just because my coach has got enough trust in me to put me on all those and have me able to make those plays.
He's exactly what every football coach would love to have. And like I said, I think really what makes him special is I don't want to take away any of his physical talents. He's special, man. He can really go. But the idea of putting that in a mental perspective, too, is really, really unique.
It's like a little game right here.
Ain't no pressure.
It's a big reason why he's one of the top players in the 2027 recruiting class. The present with the future, a balancing act for the talented junior.
But I wouldn't say it's hard because, like you said, what you're doing in the weight room and what you're doing in practice is going to translate to the field if you're doing it right. So I would say it's not easy, but it's not hard. As long as you do it right, you do it the right way, it turns easy.
Stanford and the football Tigers not the only ones having a huge fall. Fast pitch softball reached the state tournament for the 7th time in 8 tries. The home field advantage more than enough as the softball team swept the regional, making it to state. And the volleyball team with a year to remember, not only making it to state, which they won the regional while hosting as well, the Tigers reached the state championship game for the first time since 2019 and just the 3rd time in program history. They would finish the season 6A state runner-up. A ride they will never forget. A conversation with one of the GOATs, Archie Bradley. That's next on the program, brought to you by Tulsa Welding School.
Welcome back into the program, everybody. Brought to you by Tulsa Welding School here on 2 News Oklahoma, taking a deep dive into Broken Arrow athletics this month. Dan, when you think of some of the greatest to ever do it here at Broken Arrow, one of the names that springs to mind first.
Yeah, Archie Bradley. Of course, across the road, they've had some good baseball players. Brad Penny also comes to mind, but Archie Bradley was a different athlete. We knew in school that he was going to be a potential top 10 pick. He was also a commit to play quarterback at OU. Right. Those guys don't just come out of nowhere. He was dynamic on the football field, and baseball helped lead the Tigers to a state title.
There are all-time greats, and then there are proud alums. And Archie Bradley, who did grow up in Muskogee, spent 3 years here, but he wrapped his arms around this place, and it wrapped its arms around him. He is a proud alum.
The moment I stepped foot on campus, and I will say campus because Broken Arrow is a campus, it felt like home. Call it cheesy, but Broken Arrow, the BA logo, Archie Bradley, it just felt like I was meant to be there. I was going to come in and be the QB. You know, the baseball team was going to be strong, and it was going to be this, which it was, this storybook high school, you know, finish to my high school career.
Yeah. What were the Friday nights like?
For those that haven't seen Memorial Stadium driving by the highway, it's what you picture small town, which it's not small town, but small town football. You know, movie scene. You can see the stadium lights from the highway. You can hear the band from the highway. It was the classic guys wearing their jerseys to the school, cheerleaders dressed up, the Letterman jackets, and then like a college atmosphere. We had a campus walk. We had the band in the morning. We had our Friday pep rallies. In the best way. It was the ultimate high school football experience that felt like you were living a dream.
And then, you know, your baseball career, obviously, for 3 years was incredible. How do you think back on that season that ended with the fairy tale, you know, at One Oak Field, striking out 14 or 15, hitting 100 miles an hour, winning the state title?
You're making me blush.
He was as good as we've seen. He'll pitch on TV. I mean, he's that good.
I say this seriously in the best, most humble way. I would trade every big league career, every moment I've had to relive that season and that moment. Again, you talk about a magical moment. Coach Dobson, my teammates there at Broken Arrow, what those teammates have come to mean in my life. Mac, Jacob Evans, some of these guys are my best friend. They stood next to me through the biggest days, the hardest times of my life. And winning a high school state championship, being the best high school team in the country, it felt like we knew going into that season, we were the team to go change the narrative about Broken Arrow athletics and Broken Arrow baseball. Again, to put it back into words, I would trade every moment of my big league career for that season.
For the Diamondbacks, select Archie.
How much pride do you take in being not only a player who delivered a state championship for Broken Arrow, but then went on to the majors?
First and second. Fly ball. Left center field. That ball's going to be in the gap. Archie Bradley, are you kidding me? He's going for third, and he's in with a slide.
I hope you can see by the smile on my face, I take a lot of pride in it. It's something, it used to kind of rub me the wrong way. In the big league, guys would tell me to close my yearbook. And then I just started to accept it. I didn't go to college. My yearbook has never closed. So anybody who wants to sign my senior yearbook, I still have it open and ready to sign. It's just special. I think you can tell by the breath I take. I think about the parades and the black and gold, and it means a lot to me, man. BA till I die. I'll always be a rougher at heart, too. I don't want to leave them out. But Broken Arrow, you know, to the moon.
He's rooting hard for these Broken Arrow Tigers who are on their way to a playoff run. We'll see what Travis Hill has in store first postseason. For him as head coach here at BA.
He's got all the pieces, right? You got a dynamic quarterback, you got receivers, a running back that's dynamic, and a defense that will do a Travis Hill defense things and score touchdowns and limit big plays. It's going to be exciting to see what they do, and then you start rolling it over into successes of the winter sports, and wrestling is huge here.
Yeah,
Boys basketball coming off a state semifinal appearance. I talked to Coach Wallace a little bit on the sideline at the Union game. He said they're ready for another run. And then girls basketball, they're excited about what Mackenzie Matherin's going to do at Michigan. They're a preseason top 15 team in the country. So both current and former BA athletes looking to do big things over the next couple of months, wherever they may be across the country.
They have the resources to do it, and they expect great things here at Broken Arrow. And the thing is, they are so hungry for more. I guess it fits that they're the Tigers. Hungry for more. There is this desire within this community, which continues to grow. to achieve more than has ever been achieved before. And I think they feel like they've got the infrastructure in place to do just that.
You go to any downtown diner, you're going to see those schedules up there. People are keeping tabs on the Tigers here in BA.
That's a good idea. We might just go to a downtown diner right now. It's about that time. That's it for the program for this month. We'll be somewhere else next month. It's The Program on 2 News Oklahoma, brought to you by Tulsa Welding School. Until then, see you.
This has been The Program, sponsored by Tulsa Welding School.